Hello everyone, welcome back to class through video. So today we are going to continue our lesson to the last lesson of chapter 8, unit 3, Ted's favorite island. So thank you for the students who sent me the video about the dialogue that I assigned to you last week, and for those who didn't send me the task, you cannot get the score for May monthly test. Alright, so today's lesson we will start with the warm-up question as normal. Could you please look at the warm-up questions? It's also about holiday, so the holiday when you were young. So where did you go during your holiday when you were young? Could you please write down the answer of this question in your notebook? And number 2, what kind of things did you do there? So I can give you the example about myself. When I was young, the holiday that I remember the most was when I visited the beach for the first time. At the time, I went there with a lot of people. We traveled in 2 cars. We did a lot of things, like we went swimming, we sunbathed, we ate seafood, and we had a party at the hotel that we stayed. What about your answer? Write down the answers in your notebook. Okay, so the next thing is the key vocabulary. So please take a look at the picture here. This vocabulary is about a place. Do you see an island? This is the picture of the island that we are going to study in our lesson, and this is the picture from the top. So if you don't know the name, you can check it out in your course book on page 47. This island is in France, in the Mediterranean Sea, and these are some pictures about places on the island. I hope that you find it interesting and exciting to visit. So I think you have thought of the answer. It's this one almost give you the answer, and it's the Corsica Island. Okay, I guess you have never heard of the name, but now you can see the picture and you can check more information about Corsica Island in Google. I hope that you find the place exciting to visit just like me. You can see it in the picture. The sea is blue, with the blue sky and romantic view. Okay, so let's move to the next words. The first words start with letter P. It describes someone who writes friendly letters to especially someone in another country who you have never met. So like the friend that you just write letters to each other. It starts with letter P. You can find it in the text on page 47. The next word is letter S. Yeah. The next word starts with letter S, and we have two words in this phrase. Yeah. It's a phrasal verb that means to start journey. Next, the word starts with letter R. The meaning is that when it doesn't happen very often, something that is not very often, like it's only once in a while. The next word starts with letter E. The situation after a long time, or after a lot of things have happened. Okay, you just say after a long time of COVID-19, people are happy to go back to school. So how can we replace the phrase after a long time of COVID-19? We use only one word, start with letter E here to replace the phrase. And the last word, start with letter A. It's about experience or traveling, like a trip. That is exciting, kind of exciting experience. Sometimes it can be difficult and also dangerous activity, like trip to the mountain, like riding bike to the other provinces, okay, and climbing the mountain. What is it? It starts with letter A. Okay, so please find these 5 words in your course book on page 47. When you find the answer, please pause this video. Now let's go to the next page. It's about the answer of the vocabulary. So the first word that starts with letter P is pen friend. So the friend that you write letter to, we call pen friend. Pen here we use it to write letter. The next one, when you start journey, you can use the word set off. For example, you go on trip to Siem Reap, so you need to set off at 6 a.m. in the morning. I think we have learned this phrase before. The next word is rare. So rare means not happening very often. I can give you one example, like homework from my students is rare, mean not a lot, only a few students that sent me the homework. The next word is eventually. Eventually means after a long time or difficult time. You can say eventually after COVID-19, people are happy to go back to school. Oh, there is something wrong with this word. It's not advantage. This one is adventure. It's the wrong typing in this one. Adventure, okay? The last one is adventure. A-D-V-E-N-T-U-R-E. Yeah, sorry for this one. It was the wrong typing. Technical problem. This is not advantage, adventure. Okay, so after the vocabulary, we are going to do the reading on page 47. So it's a reading text. I can tell you that most lessons in the chapter in this course book are reading text. So You need to improve your reading and the knowledge about general things around the world. Just like today, you are going to read about activities on Corsica Island. So let's start together your course book on page 47. Ted's favorite island is Corsica. It is a French island in the Mediterranean Sea. When he was young, he used to go there in the spring during his holiday almost every year to stay with his French pen friend Jean. Jean lived in a village up in the hills. Their favorite activities were swimming in the sea about 20 kilometers from Jean's village and walking in the hills and mountains. One hot afternoon, Ted and Jean were eating their favorite food, ice cream, and waiting for a bus to take them home from the beach when a driver stopped and offered to take them part of the way. As the road led up into the mountains, so the air grew cool. Suddenly, the car stopped. "I live down that path," the driver explained. "Can I offer you a drink?" "Thank you, but we better continue on our way," Ted replied. The truth was that they had no choice, because they needed to get home before it got dark. So they said goodbye and set off through the mountains. As they walked, it started to grow cold. Then snow began to fall. Snow was rare at that time of the year, even up in the mountains. But Ted and Jean kept themselves warm as they walked quickly along the quiet mountain paths. At last, after more than an hour, they turned a corner and saw the village in the distance. "I thought we'd lost our way," Ted said. "Do you think we can get home before it gets dark?" "Yes, but only if we continue to walk quickly and don't slow down," Jean replied. Eventually, they arrived home just as it was getting dark, happy but exhausted. In the village, there was no snow, and it was warm. Jean's parents were worried. "You weren't on the bus. Can you tell us where you have been?" Jean's father asked. "Yes, Dad," Jean replied. "But can you give us something to eat and drink first?" After dinner, Jean and Ted told Jean's parents about their walk over the mountains. Thus, their adventure finished happily. Alright everyone, you can play the video or you can play my reading again if you have any words that you cannot pronounce. Alright, next we are going to work on the comprehension question that are on page 48. So please go through the questions. There are 5 questions on page 48. Number 1, how could it go cool and then cold in a hot afternoon? So grow cool means it starts to get cool. So as you can see in the text here, it becomes cold and cold in the hot afternoon. Number 2, why didn't the boys stop and have a drink with the driver? 3, why didn't the snow make the boys cold? Number 4, how did the boys usually travel home? And the last one, why wasn't there any snow in the village? So please take out your notebook and answer the questions. Before you answer the question, you need to read the text again by yourself. So please pause the video and work on these 5 questions. Alright, so now it's time to check the answers. So number 1, how could it grow cool and coldly hot in a hot afternoon? So the answer is because they were on the way up the mountains. So in a mountain, when you go higher, the air becomes colder and colder, and it might even snow in European country. Number 2, why didn't the boy stop and have a drink? Yeah, the driver offered a drink, right? But they didn't drink anything because they needed to hurry to get home. And number 3, the snow didn't make the boy cold because the boy could keep themselves warm. This one is could keep, everyone. This one keep, not kept. Because they could keep themselves warm. After the verb could, verb infinitive, keep. Number 4, how did the boys usually travel? By bus, yeah. So the answer by bus here, you need to understand what Jean's father asked. Yeah. So Jean's father expect them to be on the bus. Yeah. He said, you weren't on the bus. So it means that usually they travel by bus. Number 5, so why wasn't there any snow? Because the village was not on the top of the mountain. Yeah. So when they travel, the position of the village is like on the other side of the mountain. So the boys came from the beach at another side of the mountain. So when they went back home, they climbed up. It was cold. And then when they walked down to another side of the mountain in the village was not snowy. Okay. Alright, after you have read the text about Ted's favorite island, I hope that you can identify Ted's favorite things. So in this unit, you have to be able to talk about your favorites in different categories. So please continue to section C, as you can see on page 28, on page 48. You will see the table, a box about Ted's favorite. Example A, B, C, and F are there as an example. So you need to find the favorite island, favorite place of Ted. Could you write it down, draw the table in your notebook, and write the word. And the favorite food, what is Ted's favorite food? And then activities. Alright, so please write down the answer. I don't want to give you the answer here. I'm not going to give you the answer key because it is very easy. You can find it in the text, and I will get the answer when I need to see your course book. Alright, pause the video and do this exercise. After you have finished section C, you need to design your own favorite list as a homework. So, you have to draw a box and put my favorites. And then you need to list down. So there are many categories. You can say about a lot of things like color. What is your favorite color? Yeah. Or you can follow the items on page 48. Just like Ted talk about city, talk about book, talk about subject, talk about place and island, talk about food, talk about drink, talk about activities. So for your homework, you can talk about anything that you want to share if you don't want to follow Ted. Okay, so you can put a favorite country, you can put favorite subject, favorite school, you can put favorite season, You can put favorite weather, you can put favorite K-pop band, or you can put favorite football team, favorite sport, favorite vehicle, favorite blah 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 blah, a lot. You can put any type of favorite that you want to put, okay, as long as you can make it about yourself. Favorite games, ooh, a lot. Alright everyone, so after this lesson, I hope that you can talk about your favorite, okay? So this is the objective of the lesson. That is all for today's lesson. I hope that you got what I need you to learn, and I hope that you will finish the homework before the lesson next week. So good luck with your day, and don't forget to take care of your health. Thank you and see you later.